Crime knows no frontiers. To combat the growing menace of the international criminal, the police forces of the world have opened up their own national boundaries. At their headquarters in Paris, scientifically equipped to match the speed of the jet age, 63 nations have linked together to form the International Criminal Police Organization, Interpol.
Hello, Gupta. What can I do for you?
Colonel Peters. Inspector Duval, Interpol.
How do you do?
How do you do?
Interpol? What on earth are you doing here?
Do you have a guest named Pierce Clyde?
Certainly.
Fine, I'd like to see him.
You've come all the way up here just to see Clyde. What the devil do you want with him?
Well, Colonel, that's my business.
Very well. So you want to see Clyde? Take a look through there.
That's him up there?
He's mad to climb this time of the year with the snow melting.
That's what I told him. He'll kill himself.
Your office is in Paris, isn't it, Inspector?
Yes, but I get around.
Why have you come all this way just to see my husband?
Well, that's a matter entirely between your husband and me.
Is it because some of his businesses have failed? And there have been a lot of headlines in the New York papers.
There have been company failures in Europe, too. Look, Mrs. Clyde, I haven't come here to meet your husband just to talk about the weather. Let's leave it at that.
He's done nothing to be ashamed of. It's a pity he couldn't have been here to meet you. He chose the wrong time to have another crack at that mountain.
What is he doing up there?
He wanted one more assault on the southern side of Nangachang. You see, it's beaten him twice before. You know, I hate his lousy mountains, but, well, I guess I know how he feels about this one.
Isn't he worried about his business affairs?
He's no businessman, I can tell you. He prefers mountains to business. And to me.
Then why did he run a Wall Street firm?
He inherited it from his father. Only he didn't inherit the old man's touch. He has a great head for heights, but not for figures. What exactly do you want with him?
He left America just when the Treasury was beginning to investigate the Clyde affairs.
He didn't run away.
No? Are you certain? Excuse me. The Colonel. I don't think he likes our man, Clyde.
He likes nobody. The Colonel is a bitter man.
Why?
His leg.
The war?
Burma. He took it harder than most. He was a famous skier, you see. These are some of his trophies.
Colonel, could we have some Madeira, please?
Yes, of course. I haven't any in the bar. I'll have to get it from the cellar.
Sorry to give you the trouble.
Not a bit.
Take a quick look at the register. What's Clyde's room number?
Separate rooms. This is number 8.
Can you get me the key? Make sure nobody follows me. I wonder which one of you wants to murder Clyde?
I think I can help you, Inspector.
Well, it's about time somebody helped me. I came here on a straightforward inquiry. I didn't expect to walk into an attempted murder.
Look, I hate saying this, but you're not looking for a man, you're looking for a woman.
What do you mean?
His wife, Mickey. I heard her threatening him last night. She was so violent, she was yelling the place down.
Is it true? Did you threaten your husband last night?
Peter's told you, I suppose.
Never mind, is it true?
We had a quarrel. Married couples do, you know.
It wasn't that sort of a quarrel. I heard you. We all heard you. You were screaming, "I'll kill you, I'll kill you." I hate even to mention it.
Why don't you keep your nose out of this, Peters?
Look at this.
Where did you find it?
Clyde's room.
It's a fragment of a grenade, all right. Keep the news to yourself. Gupta, radio from your plane to your headquarters. See if they have a file on any of them.
I'll be surprised if they haven't.
Whether they like it or not, I'm going to make these people talk.
I've been Mr. Clyde's private secretary for the last 4 years.
He travels a great deal?
Yes.
Which is it this time, business or pleasure?
Oh, both. We had a subsidiary company to wind up in Calcutta and then came on up here for a few days climbing.
Mr. Clouston, did you hear Mrs. Clyde threaten to kill her husband?
Oh, yes, but I know she didn't mean it.
How can you tell?
Well, they were just having an argument.
It's very tactful, Mr. Clouston. But tell me more about her.
Oh, Mrs. Clyde was on Broadway before she was married. She was quite a star, you know.
And now?
She's not been well.
It's still very tactful. You mean she's an alcoholic?
Oh, yes, I'm afraid so. She went on the wagon for a year, but, well, you know how it is.
I understand. You've been very helpful. Thank you.
Peter-san, come please.
The wind's getting up. Well, you warned him, Sabul Khan. You warned him, and so did I. Sabul here refused to go with him. He's one of the best guides in the mountains.
Well, isn't that the guide up there with him?
A guide? It's a novice, one of my guests.
Guest? Who?
Paratopi, a young Indian student. There's his sister.
Well, Have they climbed together before?
No, never. They met here for the first time yesterday.
Isn't that one of the main peaks?
Nanga Chang. No, it's not the highest, but it's certainly one of the most difficult.
If this wind doesn't drop, we'll be stuck here for the night.
That's right, son.
We'll be swept away if a slide starts.
Now, there's a broader ledge up there, sheltered by an overhang.
How far do you think it is?
Oh, 300-400 feet.
Think we can make it?
We've no choice. You know, Krishna, old Tabul was right. It is too early in the year for this kind of climb.
Yes, I knew that from the start.
Yeah, and still you wanted to come. Why?
Oh, because you're Pierce Clyde. No one else could have got me up here.
किरात कृष्ण बरतपी सराया खंजर का बच्चा लुक के एंड ऑफ मैसेज
अच्छा जी
Can't climb far by yourself. Besides, the young fool was mad keen to go.
Inspector,
Excuse me. Did you get through?
read this.
Baratopi. Where's the girl?
Here I am.
Why didn't you tell me you were the children of Sir Kandiru?
You didn't ask me, Inspector, but I do not deny it. My father was chairman of a canning company affiliated to Mr. Clyde's American firm.
Yes?
The collapse of the Clyde Combine ruined him. 3 weeks ago, he committed suicide.
I'm sorry, yes, I know.
I tried to stop my brother coming here. I tried. But he has sworn to kill Mr. Clyde.
Hey, you're doing fine, Chris. A born climber. Good idea to let you take the lead, eh? Best way to learn. All right, now steady, son. This bit's tricky. Well, we made it at last. Now we got some shelter. Not out of danger yet. Though with a little bit of luck, we'll still be alive in the morning.
Perhaps, Mr. Clyde. Perhaps. Well? There's a storm brewing up in the mountain. There's nothing we can do but wait.
I found this in Baratopi's room.
Looks like he was making sure Clyde would die anyway. We've got to get a warning up that mountain. Clyde's in double danger.
What about the plane? You know these mountains.
Impossible to fly near that rock face. Violent air currents.
You're scared.
No. The very vibration of the plane's engines will start the snow moving.
So you'll just wait about here and let Mr. Clyde be killed.
Oh, don't be a fool, Clouston. These men are police officers. They can't work miracles. Get a hold on yourself. Here, where did you get that? It's alive.
How do you know?
Well, it's mine. It's a Jap souvenir.
It's a dangerous keepsake.
Well, they're all right if you know how to handle them. Anyway, they're locked away safely in the cellar.
They?
Yes, I've got 2 of them.
You had to. The other one was used to rig up that booby trap in Clyde's suitcase.
Now, look here, Inspector, you can't blame me for that.
Where do you keep the key to the cellar?
Behind the desk.
That's not very careful for an experienced soldier.
Well, I've always meant to make the thing safe, but sometime I never seem to get the time.
Leave it there.
Oh, very well.
You know something? The weather clears early enough tomorrow. I think we ought to make a try for the top.
But I thought you said that was out of the question.
Because I didn't know if you were any good. Should make it in 3 hours with luck.
You know what happened to the last climbers who got this high?
That was just bad luck, that's all.
What makes you think your luck will be any different?
Look, this is my 3rd go at Nangachang. I figure it's my last chance. Once I tell myself I gotta do something, nothing can change my mind.
I understand, Mr. Clyde. It's the same with me.
Please, you've got to eat something. You've had nothing all day.
Oh, leave me alone, will you?
Now, take it easy. From what I learned about your husband, he can look after himself on a mountain anyway.
It's not the mountain that's worrying me.
Baratopi? Remember, he's in danger himself now.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got to get down again.
That's right.
Well, there it is, Krishna. One more dawn coming up out of the mountains. Wonderful sight, isn't it?
Something no man could forget.
Not till the day he dies.
Any sign of them?
Yes? They're going on up.
Up? Clyde must be mad.
At least he's still alive. But those drifts up there look dangerous.
Yes, they will move at the slightest vibration.
Congratulations, Mr. Clyde. At last you have beaten Nangachang.
We've both beaten it, son. I'm gonna leave a monogram. Don't you want to leave something of your own? It's a custom, you know.
Yes, I do. Food for the gods.
Say, that's good. Give it to me and I'll plant it at the base of the axe. Kangaroo Channing. That's an inspiration. That's one of mine companies.
It was one of your companies, Mr. Clyde.
Well, son, I think we ought to start down.
They're climbing down.
I'll call headquarters again.
Right.
Well, last lap. Here we go.
Goodbye, Mr. Clyde. Now you know how it feels to be abandoned.
Who did I abandon?
My father, Kinduru.
That's not true!
Yes, it is true. You promised a contract which never arrived.
What contract? You're crazy.
I leave you to think about it.
How are you gonna get down on your own?
I'll find a way.
Too late, son. I told you not to shout. boy. Come on, hold tight.
Page 32. Place of birth in Congo.
Shh! Quiet. Listen.
It's them.
You're a brave man, Mr. Clyde, giving that boy a second chance to murder you. We saw what happened up there.
I don't care what you saw through the telescope. I slipped and knocked myself out.
Baratopi was leaving you dangling in space.
He couldn't pull me up alone. He was going for help. And then the avalanche came. And who the hell are you anyway, asking all these questions?
I'm Inspector Duval. The U.S. Treasury asked Interpol to investigate you. Seems a lot of people gone broke because of you.
I see. That's one thing I could never understand. Until up there on the mountain. That boy gave me the answer.
You still say he wasn't trying to murder you?
Well, he had a good reason to try. He believed I was the cause of his father's suicide. Because of a non-existent contract that I'd never even heard of.
I know. Mr. Clyde, I almost walked into a trap meant for you. Someone else is trying to get you out of the way.
It all adds up. If I died, the heat would be off the one person who's fixing these deals, and I'd be the pigeon. There's only one person who could have done it.
Your right-hand man.
You fixed those deals, didn't you?
That's right. You're a fool, Clyde. I was onto a good thing. You'd never have found out on your own, would you? Now I'm going to take that plane. All right, Gupta, throw me those keys. Come on.
Wait. I think I'll come with you.
All right. You better go upstairs and get some things together.
Did you really think I'd go with you and leave Pierce? We've had our problems, but I guess we can sort those out.
After I faced that Washington inquiry, honey.
I wouldn't worry too much about that, Mr. Clyde. Clouston here will give the U.S. Treasury all the answers they need.